Hi challengers, it's me. I just wanted to tell you guys how excited I am that you all decided to join me on this challenge and hopefully many more to come. This is just the beginning. I hope you've all already posted your workout schedules for next week starting on Monday because today we're going to work on, I'm going to give you tips so you can work on starting to plan your menu. And this tends to be the hardest part for most people because it does take a little more effort, especially if you're doing a very detailed program like the 21 Day Fix, which many of you are. But I'm going to get to that after. So whether I'm doing the 21 Day Fix or just a basic meal plan, I always, oh, I have talking points, so let me not skip ahead. I always use the pick two option. So the pick two option for me totally changed my view on meal prepping, menu planning. It makes everything so much easier. And I have a new meal plan every week, but I've learned, the breakfasts that I like to alternate the lunches that I like and the dinners that I like. But anyway, so the pick two option is basically for 1 week, you choose 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and 2 snacks, and you alternate those throughout the week. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, you would have the same thing for breakfast, the same thing for lunch, and the same 2 snacks, morning snack and afternoon snack. The other days, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, you would have your second option on the menu. All those days would be the same. So I'm going to try to show you, I'm going to post an example of my menus, of my latest menu, or one of my menus that one of my last menus that I've planned with the 21 Day Fix, because it shows you the pick two option. I'm going to see if I can show you really quickly on the video. So you can see the days of the week, and you can see that for breakfast, I know that the yellow is hard to read, but I have everything color coded, and I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. I have everything, all breakfast is the same on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can see it is, let me see if I can read it. The yellow's hard. Okay. It's oatmeal with cinnamon, sesame seeds, a half a purple container of raisins, which if you're not on the 21 Day Fix, you don't have to know what that is. And the black is free stuff. And I have that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Just like on lunch, for lunch on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have the same exact thing. Solid white tuna, field greens, 10 pecan halves, and then EVOO. That's all the same. And then my snacks, AM snack is Greek yogurt. You can just see if they all follow. I'm sorry. AM snack, Greek yogurt, strawberries, or pineapple, I'm sorry. And then the PM snack is Shakeology, and they all alternate. So you just alternate days. You pick 2 breakfasts, 2 lunch, and 2 snacks, like I said. It's pretty simple. I do different dinners 7 days a week because I don't like to have the same thing for dinner. And now if you want to use a pick two option for dinner, you can totally do that. I know people that do that to make it easier, but I like to have something different for dinner every night of the week. Sundays for dinners, I typically do leftovers because I have so many leftovers from the week. On to my next point. I'm going to try not to say again. After you get your, oh, you just said again. After you get your pick two option done, then you want to go to your dinners. I try to keep dinner really super basic. A lean meat, protein. Doesn't have to be meat if you don't eat meat. You can do a protein source. So it doesn't anything, eggs, lots of different greens. Kale is full of protein. So there's other options for protein, but I usually do a lean meat, a healthy carb, and a healthy starch. Or, let's try that again. A lean meat, a clean carb, a healthy carb, and then a vegetable. So those are the three things I do for dinner. I try not to do a lot of casseroles. I just don't like them. There's a lot of things you can make within that realm. You can make stir fries. You can make tacos. You can even do pizzas. But I don't like casserole. So for me, the lean meat, carb, and a vegetable work really well. So that just kind of makes your meal planning super simple. You want to remember portion control when you're doing this, especially if you're not on the 21-day fix. On the 21-day fix, you're going to have containers that measure everything out for you. And as long as you can fit that lid on your container, you can have that. You can have that amount. You can shove as much in there as you can. As long as you can fit that lid on there, you can eat it. So you want to look at the serving size of all your food. You can Google just about anything. Make sure you're eating the right portion amount. So keep that in mind. That's very important because there is such a thing as eating too much healthy food. Okay, so everything needs to stay within portion. You need to eat 5 to 6 meals a day. I personally choose 5. If I've had a double workout day, I might do 6. I might add an extra snack in there. So it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a morning snack, and an afternoon snack. So like I said, I'm going to post an example of my meal plans. If you're not doing the 21-day fix, you can stop right here. I'm going to go on a little bit further to those that are doing the 21-day fix. So if you're not doing it and you've been interested, you can kind of listen along. The first thing I do is when you get your book, your 21-day fix book, this one right here, there's an equation in here that you do. You just put your weight in, and it gives you all the little calculations to do, and you come up with a number. There's the equation. Get started. Come up with a number. Calorie needs per day. Then there's a chart. You go to your calorie needs per day. Find the chart and it will tell you how many of each colored containers you get per day. Then you want to print out these charts. Well, you can use it in your book too, but I like to print them out. You can print them out online. It tells you where you can go to print them out on Team Beachbody. You start working on your menu. Again, I use the pick 2 option with the 21-day fix. The menu I just showed you, this is a 21-day fix, pick 2 option menu. So it's kind of trial and error the first time you do it. I started right now. I know what my favorite breakfasts are. I love to have oatmeal. I like to have oatmeal on there, and I like to have eggs. So I start writing down, looking up, and that first of all, there's a specific list of foods that you can have with each colored container. Only the foods that are listed can go in these green containers. These are the only foods that go in the green container, and these are the only ones you can have. These, of course, are all your vegetables. But whatever you can fit in this green container is fine. And you can do a mixture of all these vegetables in one green container, or you can just do a full green container of carrots. It doesn't matter. They just all have to fit in a green container. Anyway, so you want to start chipping away at your menu by writing foods down. Do a pick 2 option. I usually do 2 days. I usually do Monday and Tuesday. I try to make those days work. So that way I know I can just alternate the days and my whole menu is planned. So go to my chart again. I know how many containers I'm supposed to have because I've done my little equation. And I start marking them off when I'm writing them down. Every time I add a spinach in there, like if I have a spinach salad, I'd mark off a green because spinach goes in the green container. And then you can do a total down here. And that will ensure that you get all your containers of food and you don't go over for the day. Because you can't, the only thing you can really save up for is treats. You don't want to not eat one day and save all those colored containers for the next day. That's not how it works. You need to get that food in your system to fuel your body. You're working out, you need that. Your body needs that. So this is going to rev your metabolism by eating 5 to 6 small meals a day. Your metabolism is going to go up, and that means more calorie burn. So, once you've kind of worked on your 21-day fix menu, like I said, it's kind of trial and error. You go through your menu and like, oh, I have one too many red here. Well, I have to take one out. Or, oh, I don't have a blue on this day. I need to add a blue in. You know, there's certain things that that you're gonna have to kind of do trial and error. I always handwrite my menu first. Then I put it into a Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word. I should say Microsoft Word document, like I showed you. Oh. And I color code it. The reason I color code it is because almost every day for dinner, I have a red, that's a lean protein, a yellow, that's a carb, and a green, that's a vegetable. So no matter what, when I change things up, I can keep all these. I know that if I take this yellow out, I need to put a yellow in here. If I take this red out, I need to put a red in here. If I take this green out, I need to put a green in here. This makes it so much easier to color code it the first time you do it. So you can just simply switch things out when you know what color is supposed to go there to keep all your numbers in line. I do Shakeology every single day. Sometimes I switch it up. Like if I know I'm going to have a busy morning, I'm not going to have time to grab a snack. I'll have my Shakeology in the morning. Sometimes I'll have it before my workout at night. It just depends. And I put almond milk in mine. I usually only do 4 ounces. You can just do water in yours, but I suggest doing 4 to 8 ounces of almond milk. I actually like it better with almond milk. The texture than regular milk. The texture is better. It's a thicker shake, and I really like it. So anyway, Shakeology every day. If you're not drinking Shakeology, you've been interested in it, just shoot me a message, and I can tell you all about it. It serves as my multivitamin. I don't even take a multivitamin anymore, so it's my health shake, not just a protein shake by any means. But anyway. So once you get your menu all planned out, all your colors are lined up, then you want to write your grocery list. So just write down the foods, you know, that you're going to need to buy at the grocery store. But a lot of times I also write down the quantity I'm going to need. Like Brussels sprouts. Seriously, I love Brussels sprouts. Serving size is 5 Brussels sprouts. If I know that my husband and I are going to be eating Brussels sprouts only once that week, I literally only get 10 Brussels sprouts, because otherwise you're going to be wasting a lot of money. So just make sure you watch your serving sizes. You're going to save money by menu planning as long as you don't buy a lot of extra food. So just remember, when you're buying food for that week, only buy what you need. That's your meals are planned out. That's why you're meal planning. You're not eating more, you're not eating less. You're eating what you planned. I will also post Shakeology, the website for Shakeology recipes. And if you've ordered Shakeology, they come with a bunch of recipes also. I'll look for that as well. And like I said, I'm also going to post a link to some of my meal plans that I've done, so you can kind of get some idea of what I do. And also in the 21-day fix, I forgot to mention, there's a bunch of recipes in the back for dressings, treats, bars you can make, cookies you can make, vegetables you can make, vegetable stir fry. If you're doing this, it's worth making one of these treats so you can have, or a batch of these treats so you can treat yourself every now and again. And yes, you can save up for wine and chocolate with the 21-day fix, but I personally don't, because I don't think it's worth saving food for 6 ounces of wine, but that's totally up to you. So I hope this helped a little. I know I blabbered on for a while, but I want to help you guys make this easier. If you have any questions, you can post below and I'll try to get back to them. But I'd really like to have you guys post your meal plans below in the comments today. So you can start writing your shopping list and getting the food ready for next week. Okay, hope this helped you. I'll talk to you guys soon.